Hey guys, it's Jsnow, and we have a Magic the Gathering V-Live for you guys. So, as a lot of people may not, or may not know, Throne of Eldraine, or whatever it's called, is coming out tomorrow on September 26th. So, what exactly does that mean? It's actually rotation time. So, what does rotation mean? That means certain sets, let's go to the store and hopefully I don't accidentally click anything. Certain sets will be gone from standard, and other sets will be added. Or at least just Throne will be added. So, for example, let's go to packs. And it will show all the sets. So the sets that are rotating out are Core 19, Dominaria, Rivals of Exilion, and Exilion, Basic Exilion. So those four sets are going to rotate out of Standard, which means you can't play them in any of the Standard formats. So where do you play them? In Historic mode. Now, where's Historic mode? It almost doesn't exist. I'm pretty tight about this one because basically what Wizards wants you to do is you have to add a card at the moment. You have to add a card from Historic, which means one of those sets that rotates out to your deck, and then hit play. And then, this is allegedly how you do it. Hit play, and then you have to do regular play mode. Which means there's no best of 3 for Historic. Why, Wizards? Why? They think, what I don't understand with this is that, I know they want to sell standard stuff, but it's a digital game, which they don't have to compete. Like, for example, in Modern and EDH, like, since they don't have Modern and they don't have Commander in the game, what do you call it? You don't have to worry about standard sales, because you can always just add a set. So, for example, if they added Amonkhet, people are going to buy Amonkhet. It's all the same price. If people want the newest set, they'll buy the newest set. If for some reason somebody wants Core 19 instead of Core 2020, they'll buy Core 2020. Unlike in paper, where rotation is hid, nobody's really going to play the new format because it's not fleshed out. They're not going to spend the money. They'll probably spend the money on standard stuff. If not, they'll play EDH and like spend it on singles, which, you know, there's one EDH product a year, pretty much. So other than that, Wizards makes pretty much no money off of other formats. But when it comes to Historic mode, you're still able to get the cards. You still have to buy some sort of pack to get the wild cards. And does it really matter which pack you buy, if it's a rotated out set, or if it's a set that's currently in standard? Not really, it's all the same price, and they should let people play how they want to play. So even though we don't have ranked yet, okay, ranked is kind of iffy. I mean, I can understand if you don't put in ranked, but not putting in best of 3 in regular play mode is just whack. Like, I don't feel like dealing with mono red all the time, which absolutely sucks. And you know, some decks where you have to side against. There's a lot of decks where you pretty much lose if you don't go first and you can't side, like mono red. So it absolutely sucks. And then, the next thing is Brawl. So Brawl is not a event that's coming tomorrow. I'm also pretty tight, because I was looking forward to Brawl. They hyped up Brawl. They're like, oh, Brawl's the next wave of Magic. Oh, boy. And all this crazy stuff. They even added Brawl precons that have more value than the actual, price you can buy them for. So I think at GameStop, Walmart, whatever, they're going to be $20 to $25. 2 cards in there are already worth $20, which is, I think, the Shockland and the Arcane Signet. That's including nothing else. It's almost $20. Maybe like $18-ish, but those are 2 cards that are like eternal staples. You can use them in any format in the paper. And then not only are they not giving us pre-codes for that, so which means we're probably going to have to use wild cards to get those cards, we're not having Brawl right away. They said, oh, we're going to gauge the interest in Brawl and see what happens, and maybe we'll make it a permanent mode. What kind of BS is that? So it's like, you know, come on. Like, people want to play Commander. That's what a lot of people play. They play Commander. So Brawl is the next best thing, or the closest thing, I should say. But you're going to make it a limited time event instead of just leaving it unranked for everybody. Because it makes too many. Another thing they said was they'd make too many queues. And I'm like, what? If you look at Magic Online, there's like 50 different ranked stuff, and while nobody plays Magic Online, really, you can usually find a player for all these events. So as you can see right here on the side, there's like 20 million events going on. There's still plenty of, people playing each event. So it's like, maybe calm down on the amount of, drafts you got going on. Because there's like 50 different drafts or, other stuff going on. But I just don't understand why they can't make Brawl a permanent mode. Like, obviously, when it comes out, people are going to play it, and the Wizards is going to be like, oh, we did the right thing. We gave you Brawl. And I'm hating that, because from the 2-to-1 ratio to, So like a bunch of other decisions I can't remember at the moment. They're just horrible business decisions. They just want you to play standard. Like that's it. They in a perfect world they would just want you to play standard. I'm surprised they didn't just delete all your cards and give you nothing in return as far as cards rotating out. I'm pretty sure in a perfect world for them they would do that. So I don't know what to say to this, but what am I going to be focusing on? So the focus for the for the week is streams. Now streams is not my strongest suit at all. I usually get 0 to 1 viewer streams, and a lot of times I'm talking to myself for like 2 hours at a time. Now that's insane. That's number one. It's insane if you think about it, talking to yourself for like 2 hours, and it's very demoralizing. So while I don't really care for the first couple of days because it's a brand new set. I mean, I would love to grow the stream, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's been the case for like years now. I'm talking like since Twitch was even born, it's been that way. Except for when Daisy came out. When Daisy came out, I actually had a couple viewers, but there was no such thing as affiliate back then. But basically, yeah, Twitch channels pretty dead. So what we're going to be doing is, as far as at least YouTube, is I'm going to be mostly focusing on Historic, which is the rotated sets. So I want to play with all the cards. Unfortunately, it's best of one, which means there's not much I can do as far as like sideboarding and stuff, and then making fun decks is going to be hard because I'm probably just going to be matched with meta decks or quick decks. So trying to get that in best of one just sucks. Probably a lot of early conceding too. But otherwise, that's what's going to be the focus of the channel. Mostly Historic. Now when Brawl comes out, I'm of course going to immediately switch to Brawl. But otherwise, I'm not really interested in Standard, but then they made another stupid decision. Is they're forcing people to play Standard, because I don't remember exactly how it works, but the dailies over here that reset every day, it's either these or the quest. I forgot which one. I don't think it's the quest. I think it's the dailies that reset every day. You can't get gold rewards unless you play Standard. Why? Like, some people just don't like Standard, man. Like, do you not understand that? And there's no competition. There's no secondary market. You're not competing with anybody but yourself. It's like there's no secondary market. So, like, let people grind gold in Historic, and then if they want to spend their gold on Historic packs or money, let them. So, I'm pretty tight about that. You know, I was about to say don't even get me started, but I already started ranting. But anyways, we're going to be doing with Historic. Good thing about this rotation is I have a lot of saved up cards, so as you can see right here, I have 19 mythic rares, 27 rares, and like a million uncommons and a couple of commons. And then I have 70k gold, which means 70 packs, and then I have some gems saved up from last time, which I think is 6 packs or 12 packs. So I don't think I'll have to spend any money, which is good because I want to save my money, of course, for this set, because I don't really like the set. It's kind of whack, in my opinion. I mean, of course, something will break out in the meta eventually, but I don't like this whole fairy tale magic nonsense. Like, it doesn't feel like a magic set. It just feels like a lame rip-off of fairy tales, which is basically the idea because it's all fairy tales. Like, I don't care about your Disney fanfic. I could care less. So, yeah. I'm not too excited about this patch. I mean, of course, let's say if I wanted to get packs later, then it's quite a bit of money. But I think it's the same amount of money for the pre-order is the same amount of money for the cards anyway. You just don't get the Garuk and you don't get the sleeve. So it's the same amount of money, so you can always go back and just purchase the, because that's $49.99, and then if I go to gems, for $50 you get 9,200 gems, which I think is just enough to get, 45 packs? Yeah, 45 packs, so it's about the same. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this one didn't come off too much as a rant, but I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some kind of streaming going, or at least some cool YouTube videos of Historic. And then once Brawl comes, I'm out of breath. Brawl comes. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.